Welcome. Got another video. Today we're going to be doing a what if in Dragon Ball Z, Super, all of them. The what if for this one will be what if Krillin was chosen to be the next Zeno
But
after
but
the Tournament of Power?
but how? Like how will he be chosen?
I would look at it this way. Um, Zeno being there at the Tournament of Power, of course, watching it, being amazed by all these fighters from different universes doing all these crazy things he's never seen, right? And he wanted because he heard about the other tournament that Beerus and his brother Champa had to see which universe was better, right? And who could take
Yep.
whoever won got Earth or whatever, you know what I mean, or got a wish to make a wish, at the stakes. And he heard about it, and he heard about this tournament. So this tournament interested him. He's like, I want to watch it. But also in the back of his mind too, let's say that Zeno being in charge of all the universes and everything created, right, was getting tired, right? We know destroyers need to pick an assessor, someone to take their place when they're done, right? What if it's
Yep.
like
Yep.
that with Zeno as well?
So you're telling me he's getting tired of being Zeno and he's choosing somebody else to be
Yeah,
Zeno.
I mean, let's look at it this way. The destroyers, they spend how many years as a destroyer before they hang up their shoes and say, hey, you know what I mean? It's time for me to pick another one, right?
Yeah.
So if it's several thousands of years, right? Zeno probably millions and millions of years in his place, you know? I mean,
Yep.
he had to get there somehow. He had to get there somehow, some way. So he either had to been like poof, I'm Zeno, I'm creating everything, or there had to be somebody above him to choose him or appoint him to be in charge of all these universes and make those decisions and plans.
Well, that is a good point because I don't think he came out of nowhere.
No.
We don't have backstory of how Zeno became Zeno.
Mhm. So I'm seeing as Zeno, he's there, he's watching. He's not just watching these cool, awesome fights. I feel that he's drawing closer to being at that point where he's like, all right, I'm ready to pick that next person, right? Because I'm so bored. It's lonely doing this stuff. That's why we know that when Goku brought the other Zeno, right? Brought the
Yep.
other Zeno to play with him, he felt like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's fun now. You know what I mean? I got somebody to play with. We can do stuff together, even though it's him, but from a different time frame, you know?
Yep.
But at this point in time, you have both Zenos there, but you have the main Zeno that's from that present time, not from a future, not from a past, right? Let's say not from the past, but from that present time, right? And he's
Yep.
actually in his mindset is, hey, I need to find the next person, right? That's gonna take this place. And he happens to see Krillin, right? And he's like, he may be acceptable, right? Not just because what if Zeno is looking for a guy that's based a fighter or someone to take his place that isn't physically tall, super strong, you know what I mean? Doesn't have a lot of those leader type of skills or abilities,
Yeah. Yeah.
so he's looking for something different and he sees Krillin and he sees Krillin like this small guy, small stature, but he's got a lot of courage to step up and fight these bigger dudes and stuff like that. Probably not as powerful as majority of them, but willing to put it out there on the line and saying, "Hey, I'm fighting for my universe." Catches his eye. He's like, "Hey, he may be the next guy, right?"
Well, I think you have a point there because Zeno is not like the wisest one, and he's not like, well, he's the strongest one, but we don't know what kind of power he actually has.
Yeah,
So we don't know how strong he really is, but he can create timelines and destroy timelines. So where did he get that power from?
they got it from
Did
somewhere. Either
exactly. Did he train or the power was passed on to him
I believe,
somehow?
I believe there had to be some kind of power passed by him because we're going off this. What if? I believe there's some kind of power that's passed off to him because as you could tell from the Tournament of Powers, when he eliminated universes, it was just like at a push of a button,
Yeah,
right?
that is true.
Like done, boom, they were gone. So he has this
Bam.
ability. It's not just like, hey, I'm just gonna snap my fingers. This is like that, or like how Beerus, where he charges up a,
Wait,
you know,
Now that you mention it, he never used like power. He always pressed buttons and stuff, didn't
I
he?
know. So I'm thinking there's some kind of something that's passed on to him that he has, gives him the ability to not age, to like do whatever he needs to do within the time frame that he has. And then again, he might be part of a race that is just technologically superior than all, and it doesn't matter what universe it is, and their lifespan is far longer than anybody's.
Oh,
So I see him
I-
seeing Krillin as this candidate and then saying, hey, he fought really good in the tournament of powers. You know what I mean? So let's take him in, right? Let's see what he has. Let's see if if he could do what he could do. Because I don't think there's not much that Zeno has to do because he has these other key players doing these things, like the Destroyer Gods, right?
yep, yep,
He allows them to do what they need to do. They do to keep the balance within the universes, right?
yep.
And that's how that works, right? And he has the angels watching over the destroyer gods to make sure that this happens. And then you have a chain of command in every universe, right?
That's true.
So you're seeing him; he's not really doing much.
Yeah, he just laying down.
Yeah, so I thinking like as this, I'm thinking Zeno is thinking like, hey, it's time for me to get a replacement. I'm bored. I'm tired. It's time to move on from this and do something different. I see this bald head guy, name's Krillin guy. Um, my thing would be, I don't think Krillin would want to be the next Zeno because that means he would have to be leaving Android 18, his daughter,
Yeah.
his friends behind to do this. I don't think he would.
Nah, I don't think he
But
would. He's a family guy.
yes, he is a family guy. But we're talking about this what if. What if he
Oh.
what if he had the ability to bring them as well, which he could bring them, right? He can bring his family with him. They won't have to worry about money. So Android 18 ain't got to be on his case all the time, right?
Yep.
My thing is when he accepts and becomes Zeno, and let's say he gets this power, and let's just say this, he becomes the, I would say, multi-universe powerful human out there. Stronger,
Multi-universe power human.
yeah, stronger than Beerus, stronger than Goku, stronger than Jiren, the whole 9 yards. He's like OP straight up. He can literally stick it to Goku's face, like, look where I'm at now. Look what you have achieved. Look where I'm at now.
Oh my god! But what would be like the how would you say it? What would be like the point where Zeno chooses Krillin? Like, yeah, I know it's not wiseness or being the strongest one. So what he will be looking for?
I think he would be looking for some kind of noble traits.
Noble traits? You think Krillin has noble traits
Of course he does. How do you think he got 18?
by not exploding her?
By not exploiting her, not exploiting, but exploding her with the bomb that she had internally
Yeah,
built in her. You know what I mean?
exactly.
He saw a good in her. Oh, yeah, he did like her, but he saw that she could be good. That's a trait that Goku has. Goku always sees everybody on the good side, right? He always sees their good side. And regardless how
Yes.
bad they are, like Frieza, right? Goku could like sees him and says, "Hey, you know what I mean? I know he's a bad guy, but I know he's still got good. He's got good in him. There's good in everybody. You just got to bring it out of him, right?"
Yeah, after killing Krillin the way he did, I don't think so.
But when he was in the tournament of powers, right? Goku didn't like Frieza, but he showed him that goodness in him, right? Like, oh,
Well,
I
I
could trust Frieza. I know Frieza would want to get his life back and this and that, but I also trust him, right? So there was some kind of karama. I wouldn't say there was some kind of pact there, you know.
I don't think so. I think Frieza just being Frieza. He just wanted to survive.
Well, yeah, no, I agree. Frieza being Frieza, but Goku always does that with all his enemies. He tries to see the good in them,
Yes.
right? Because that's just how noble he is and just humble he
Well,
is.
Krillin was about to kill Vegeta when it was the Saiyan saga.
But like I said, Goku saw something in Vegeta, was just like, I know he has good in him, and I'm gonna do everything I can to bring the good out of him. He always sees the good in people.
Yeah, but we're talking about Krillin.
But we are talking about Krillin. Krillin does too. Krillin has, I mean, there are different levels of having some type of, being a noble, having some kind of noble side to them.
Yeah,
There's different levels to it. Yeah, Krillin's not perfect.
no, he's not.
And he wanted to see Frieza get destroyed.
He did.
Then he got smacked, of course. Now he can go back to Frieza and he'd be like, who's going to be getting smacked now?
I
Literally
can see
wiped
that
you off from
happening,
existence. What's that?
but I can see that happening. Like he will actually take revenge, but why would he when he can actually create a whole timeline where Frieza doesn't even be born?
Exactly. So he's not even there. Like, oh, Frieza, who? Who's that guy? Oh yeah, that was that guy I got rid of, right? Okay, just want to make it known.
Okay, so how will Krillin reach that level? Like he will use the seven Dragon Balls and ask for power, or
No,
you
because I
think
don't
just
know because I think that kind of power level is beyond that. It's beyond that. You couldn't even wish for something like that.
maybe
Because
it depends.
you're taking something that's created, right?
Yes.
So we know the Dragon Balls were created by the Namekians, right? Then you have the Super Dragon Balls from like Tournament Power, right? They're
Yep.
planet size and created by Super Namekians, whatever it may be, right? There's no way that you could wish to say, "Hey, I want to be in Zeno's place," right? There's that power level, that gap is just too high for those dragons.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That's why I say I see it as the Zeno being the creator, being the main one, choosing it, choosing his next person to take his place. Because he's
So
like,
only
I can only do that because I have that power and that ability to do that. No one else has.
okay. So he will be chosen, not being given.
Well, no, but it would be he'd be chosen and then given the powers, right?
Yes, I understand now. So it will be like My Hero Academia type of thing going on there, where he's chosen to have the next power up and trains to get that level of power. Then train his body, his mind, everything. So when Zeno gives him the power, his body does not explode.
Yeah, I don't think that would happen. I think when you're making that reference to My Hero as Deku and All Might doing all, I think this is different, whole different level,
Whole different level.
whole different level. He ain't getting Krillin ain't gonna eat a piece of hair because Krillin ain't got no hair and Zeno don't have no hair, so that ain't gonna happen. So I think it's going to be something similar to as a destroyer god picks a candidate to be the next destroyer. So as you saw in the tournament power with Topo, right?
Yep, yep.
Topo had the power of a destroyer. Doesn't mean he was one yet, but he was a prospect and he had that ability. They gave him that ability. He didn't have to prepare
So
for it. He didn't have to train his body for it. It was given to him. You know,
I think he trained. He
he
trained
may have
to get
trained
that power.
physically and mentally,
Yes.
but I'm thinking just the whole switch off, like because if you had to train for it, then if you see Topo his size and how swole he was, then all the other destroyers would have to be big and swole, just like him.
Well, you're right about it.
So there is some kind of training for that, but I'm not seeing like, hey, he's training his body to be super strong. You know, I'm thinking he officially gives him this multi-universe throne to rule over. He has that power and that power up, right? And it's not going to affect him in any way.
Yeah, I can see that happening too. But there will be like a weird magic thing going on if he given power.
Oh, I'm sure there would be. Actually, if anything, I'm pretty sure it'd be some kind of ceremony, something happening because this is a high statured figure. This is Zeno we're talking about. He's got a mind of a child, I guess.
Yeah, I can see that happening. The
That's why
whole
he gets along with
ceremony,
Goku.
just yeah,
So I mean, I look at it this way, they're having a little ceremony, cake, you know what I mean?
cake.
Balloons, party poppers, you know what I mean? Krillin the next Zeno, you know, what's gonna happen?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm sure there is some training to show him what he could do to use the abilities that Zeno has.
Well, well, he can do a lot of things.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he has to be shown. He can't just be like, "Oh yeah, just you know what I mean? I'm just gonna sneeze and a universe disappears." I'm sure there's more to it.
Yeah, there's probably more into it. We just need more information about Zeno.
My thing would be he becomes Zeno, right?
Okay.
And he has this ability, right? Now, every time Goku and them fight a powerful villain and it's destruction for Earth, right? Is Goku and Vegeta and them, are they gonna run to Krillin for help and be like, bro, we need you to take care of this problem, right? That's the kind of things you'd have to see if he was Zeno. Does he accept or does he say, hey, I take the responsibility as ruler of all these multi-universes. You guys are gonna have to handle it yourself. I can't help you. Because
Damn.
because if so let's say this, all right, so there's a hierarchy, there's a chain of command, there's things, there's lanes that have to be followed, right? People stay in their lanes, right?
Yes,
So a destroyer can't get in the way of something that has nothing to do with him, right?
exactly.
Oh, you want me to destroy this guy? Well, yeah, I could do that, but what's the benefit for me? I have a lane I have to stay in, right? Because he's going to destroy Earth. I'm like, hey, that's not on my list right now. You know what I mean? Hey, my plans right now don't care about Earth. Oh, look, right there. That's in my plans right there. I have to stay in my lane, unfortunately, right? But
Exactly.
that doesn't mean the destroyer can't help. So the thing is, does Krillin say, "Hey, I'm top of line head man in charge, and you want me to take care of this little nobody because he's given a lot of pressure on Earth, right?"
Yeah.
I think it would come down to this. I think it would come down to if Android 18 and his daughter was still there on Earth and they weren't living in with him up in this main palace, you know what I mean? I would say Krillin's going to be like, "Yo, like I'm gonna give him a warning if he tries anything slick with 18 and his daughter being there, he's like
Yeah.
done, right?"
But he wouldn't like delete the whole evil from all the universes.
No, because there
So
has to be balance. You got to know there has to be
yeah.
balance,
Yeah,
right?
they gotta be balanced.
There has to
You're
be
right. You're
balance.
right. So he won't be able to delete the whole evil and all universes. He will probably, you're right. He will probably just shoot one bullet to the side and tell him this is a warning shot. If you get closer, you know what's going to happen.
It might be, or it might just be a simple like, hey, like destroying the Earth is not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I think how I look at it is I think if they were there with him at the Zeno Palace or wherever it may be, um, I think he would give him that ultimatum, like, listen, I could help you, but this is a lower level being matter, and that you guys are gonna have to, yeah, you guys are gonna have to handle this yourself.
Damn.
You've done it before. Do not worry. Earth won't get destroyed. Handle your business.
I believe in you guys.
Yeah, if you have to take the L, take the L, but don't worry. The planet Earth is still good. I'm gonna send Beerus to make sure that it doesn't get destroyed. he's gonna know the assignment, he's gonna know what it is, and there's nothing he can't do about it.
Damn. Okay, that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
He like the Zeno, the new Zeno.
So let's say Moro comes to Earth, right? So we're going really off topic, but still, it's Dragon Ball. But Moro from the manga, right, shows up on Earth
Yes.
and he's ready to take, right? And we know Beerus is there. We know everybody's there. You know what I mean? And Krillin's there as the new Zeno, and he's looking at Moro. It's like, yo, like, do what you got to do on other planets, but leave Earth alone. If not, it's gonna be my problem.
I hear
This
it.
is a good what if and everything.
It
There's
is
a
a good
lot of
what if.
possibilities. But we're gonna have to end it on this one. The next one we're gonna be coming up with a what if. Hopefully, it's going to possibly be Black Clover or some other anime. And we're gonna have some guests as well. Um, Wanted to get Krillin, my boy Krillin, through on that godlike structure. I'm still thinking that he's definitely going to be handing them L's to everybody for sure.
You never know. He might be doing something else. He might be busy.
I don't know. I don't know. But I do know this. I do feel that if Krillin was Zeno, there would be a lot of change with the universes for sure. He'd be making sure that things are in line. Because remember, he was a police officer too,
No, that is true.
so he's going to want to have some kind of structure for sure.
Definitely.
But we don't know. That's why it's a what if. We don't know. We're not sure about what will
Maybe
happen.
we're crazy.
Maybe we're just crazy, and if we are, just let us know if we're crazy. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. We're going to try doing some more as we can. Appreciate all those who came by to watch this. Appreciate it. Just want to let y'all know XSV and your boy
I know.
Unknown. Just catch you guys later.